down tonight, and it's been their big guy, number 33, Davis, that's carried the load pretty much for them here in the first half.
Davis has been in control for Atascadero.
Pike throws down the first end, the front end of a 1-and-1. Cuts the lead to 1. It's 22-21, Atascadero lead, so Pike with a chance to tie the ball game here with 4:17 remaining in the half.
As we mentioned earlier, free throw is going to play an important part tonight. Cabrillo needs to get every one of them they can.
Out of bounds Atascadero as Greenberry and Rogers made a play for the ball. Just didn't work out for him.
I think
a couple of hustlers right there.
I think that call could have went either way, but Atascadero got this one.
McMurray, the ball handler, working against Keyshawn Rogers. Quick step, nearly past him. Rogers actually recuperated pretty well in that.
Rogers playing excellent defense on the quick guard.
Inside to number 45, Kevin Sanders. And Sanders dropped the ball out of bounds, but did draw the foul from Dale Shell, number 13. Atascadero not yet in the bonus, so it'll be out of bounds to the orange. McMurray working against Shell, around Shell at the baseline. Back outside to Austin, three-point range, off the heel. Greenberry, the long pass to Rogers. And Rogers just not able to catch up. It was a good idea, but right now Cabrillo beginning to play a kind of basketball that is different from what got him the lead early on.
Yeah, it was right thoughts to Keyshawn behind the rest of the ball players, but pass wasn't there.
McMurray that time shuffled the feet before his drive to the basket. And it'll be out of bounds Cabrillo as number 31 Hawkins re-enters the basketball game for Atascadero.
Gene, that's another mistake you see quite often by the guards, taking that quick shuffle before they dribble the ball, drawing the traveling call.
Pike down low, working against Sanders. Shell keeping Davis a long way from Cabrillo's offensive basket. McCune. Rogers wants to work. McCune down low, and a quick shot. Does he get to roll? No. Pike with a great rebound off the glass, and it doesn't fall. So Cabrillo that time with a couple of shots that should have fallen and didn't. But when the play started, Cabrillo went right after it.
Yeah, it's a really good idea by Coach Brooks to have Dale Shell coming out on the perimeter, thus drawing Dwayne Davis out and allowing the other players for Cabrillo to get in there and hit the boards hard.
Cabrillo's offense kind of looks like water rolling off a table. It just kind of creeps to the edge and creeps to the edge, but when it starts to go, it goes in a hurry.
Exactly.
So Andy Pike having difficulty from the free throw line. He misses two in a row. To Keyshawn Rogers, or rather Al Greenberry with a hustle move, got inside. And though he didn't get the basket, did draw the foul. And Cabrillo, of course, being in the bonus.
It's a case of Atascadero not blocking off. Greenberry sliding by his man, picking up the rebound, going up strong and quick, drawing the foul. He's got a shot to get 2 more points here.
Actually, they're going to give him 2 shots. Fouled in the act of shooting underneath. It's 22-21. Atascadero on top. Greenberry misses, so that's about 3 in a row now. Misses for Cabrillo from the free throw line. Carlton Williams going to re-enter the game then for Cabrillo. .307 on the clock as Al Greenberry attempts his second free throw, fouled in the act of shooting. The left-hander puts it up, gets the bounce this time, and the game's tied. So Cabrillo had the lead, saw it go to a 3-point deficit, and now battled back to a tie score. Look at those quick hands, Jared McCune. You commented about that all last Friday night, and here again tonight, just keeps it going. Consistent play.
The guards do an excellent job playing defense, not only with their feet, but anticipation.
Jansen on the right side for Atascadero. Hawkins at the 3-point line. Inside to Davis. Davis gets everybody up in the air, and a nice head and shoulder fake, and then calmly puts one off the glass. 24-22 Atascadero. Shell working against Davis, trying to draw the big foul. Shell doesn't get the roll. Jump ball as Carlton Williams hustling the rebound, and the possession arrow goes the way of the Conquistadors. So it'll be the black and gold and white out of bounds underneath their own basket. On a set play, McCune, 2. Jared McCune with a hot hand here in the first half.
McCune's found the range tonight. That's his 3rd bucket.
Davis nearly let that ball roll out of bounds, and look at the heads-up play on the part of number 23, Brad Austin, as he kind of picks up a loose ball and just keeps it going to the hole.
Nice move by Austin.
Rogers, McCune. McCune feeling the hot hand, working hard against Austin. Probably was fouled by Davis that time, no whistle.
Davis came across, got a little piece of McCune, put off his shot, and no call, however.
McMurray working against Keyshawn Rogers. That's Hawkins with the ball. Back to McMurray, three-point shot. No good. Jansen got the rebound. Nice pass from 23 Austin to 13 McMurray for the points. That's heads up.
Very nice pass. Dangerous pass through the lane, but saw McMurray cutting towards the basket. Made the nice pass. Atascadero 2 points.
That's what coaches talk about when they mention such things as court awareness.
Exactly. Keeping in the ball game, not only the head, but the good peripheral vision.
Shell working hard against Davis. And Shell now, in his haste, I think, to draw Davis into foul trouble, maybe taking a couple of bad shots the last 3-4 times down the court.
As you mentioned, he is a fierce competitor. He's got Davis outside, trying to do the one-on-one moves, kind of looking only at the basket. Needs to look around for some teammates as well.
Hawkins to Jansen, McMurray. Cabrillo staying with the man-to-man D. Look at Shell and Davis working underneath. Nice lob pass, gets it inside to the big guy and puts it up with the left hand. And now the lead stretched to 6 points. It's 30-24 with 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Atascadero Greyhounds kind of pulling away here.
And that last play, Shell did a great job of fronting, but as we said earlier, that help side defense was nowhere in sight.
Excellent play that time between Keyshawn Rogers and now Greenberry as Rogers hit Greenberry break into the basket. But an even better play, as we mentioned before, by the Atascadero player to draw the foul from Greenberry. He stayed at home and took the charge. And boy, it's tough to coach that.
Very tough to coach. Players have to be mentally aware of that, taking the charge in order to do it. A lot of kids won't do it.
It hurts.
It does hurt.
30-24 the score. Atascadero up by 6. 25 seconds remaining. And Atascadero now going to some spread offense. Davis gets it at the corner of the key, throws up a brick. Greenberry down with the rebound, 17 seconds. Cabrillo content to walk it across the timeline. 12 seconds. They trail by 6.
Should work for the last shot here.
Rogers around McMurray, dishes to McCune. McCune was looking for the rebound and got the pass instead and still recovered in time to make the basket. So Cabrillo makes the most of a short time situation. And the lead of Atascadero at the half is 4. It's Atascadero Greyhounds 30, the Cabrillo Conquistadors 26, and an excellent basketball game this far.
This has been one of the best halves of basketball I've seen so far. Cabrillo came out looking confident, strong, and Atascadero is also looking very strong. Cabrillo hanging in there, only down by 4. It's going to be a good second half.
Didn't mean to step on you, but we'll break now and get back after these messages from the people who bring you exciting Cabrillo Conquistador basketball. Here at Cabrillo High School, the score is Atascadero 30 and the Cabrillo Conquistadors 26. Dan, what's the scoring look like out of that first half?
Well, for Cabrillo, the scoring was led by Jared McCune, had an early hot hand with 8 points. Del Shell with 6, Carlton Williams with 5. I'll get to Atascadero in just a moment.
Inbounds to the Atascadero Greyhounds to start off the second half. That's Davis way out front. With the shot is Hawkins, number 31, and we have a foul called underneath as they scramble for the rebound. It's going to go against someone whose number, I don't know, number 45, Kevin Sanders. It'll be his second personal. For Cabrillo to start the third quarter on the court, to Keyshawn Rogers, Dale Shell, Jared McCune with a sky ball, air ball by McCune. Williams can't get the rebound. McCune finally comes up with it. That's Pike with the ball. Shell, McCune, Pike, Rogers, and Williams on the court for Cabrillo. Pike with an absolute brick, but he gets the roll, and so it's going to look great in the scorebook. It's 30-28.
2 points, a little off balance. Almost got a charge as well, but it went down. Andy Pike is 2 points.
Davis, the big man, from 3. And it's 33-28, a 5-point lead by Atascadero. We've played 1 minute in the third quarter. I'm Gene Lynch along with Dan Troop. It's the Conquistadors and the Greyhounds, and that time Rogers tries to dish to Williams, and a defensive hand gets in the way.
I wasn't aware Davis had a 3-point shot in this package of goods.
Well, he's got just about everything, hasn't he?
He sure does. Good-looking ball player.
Pike at the free throw line. He's got to do something with it quick. And what he does is throw it out for anybody to get to. 31, Ryan Hawkins, intimidated by Shell that time, put up a bad shot.
Shell set up for the big block, and it definitely intimidated Austin and missed an easy layup.
Carlton Williams on three. It's no good. McCune. Williams. And we have a 3-second call. Goes against Andy Pike, who camped out underneath the basket waiting for somebody to shoot the ball up.
Yeah, it was a nice rebound by McCune inside. No one was around. Got the ball, brought it back out. Might have went back up with it to get easy too, but Pike is called for the 3-second violation.
Jared McCune giving some full court pressure against Atascadero, and they weren't prepared for it. Nearly went to count. Hawkins inside to Sanders. Sanders misses the free throw. Davis back up, doesn't get the points, but he does draw the foul. And every one of those fouls he draws against Cabrillo's big men is a real teller. That one's going to go against Carlton Williams, and I really thought it was Dale Shell.
It looked like it from here, but Carlton Williams snuck in, got a piece of his arm as he went up.
That'll send Dwayne Davis, 6'7", 205-pound senior, to the line. And what a nice-looking shot he's got.
He looks like a Division I player. At 6'7".
34-28, 34-28 it remains as Davis missed the second. Shell to Rogers. Look at a hustle by McMurray to get back and play to D, and Rogers really didn't have a choice. He had to throw the ball up or take steps.
Hustled down court, got behind McMurray. It was a nice pass by Dale Shell, but DeKeyshawn lost his balance, had to put the ball up, or he would have got called for traveling. And it was a nice hustle play by McMurray.
Foul called against Carlton Williams. Be his second personal. In fact, his second personal of this quarter.
Picked up 2 quick fouls.
Rogers working against McMurray and is called for hacking. Didn't like to call. McMurray kind of smiles at Rogers. He understood what the thing's about.
It's the wrong time to reach and slap right in front of the official. You got to do it when he's not looking.
5:50 remaining in the third quarter. 34-28, 6-point lead. McMurray against Rogers. 31, Hawkins inside to Sanders, off the glass, good. 36-28, biggest lead of the ball game is 8 right now. The Atascadero Greyhounds.
Sanders has just camped down there.
23, Austin just slapped the ball away from Jared McCune and went in for the uncontested layup. And right now with a 10-point lead, Atascadero just doing everything right. Pike off the rim. Smallest man in the court with a rebound, McMurray. It's a 3-on-0 fast break. Number 31, Ryan Hawkins, a 6'2" junior, gets an easy 2. And Coach Chris Brooks needs to put the brakes on this, calls a timeout with 5 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The score, Atascadero 40, Cabrillo Conquistadors 28. And we'll be back with more basketball action here at Cabrillo High School after these messages.
Conquistador basketball, second half, Cabrillo versus Atascadero. And Cabrillo has come out a little sluggish, while on the other hand, Atascadero has come out like greyhounds. It's on a 10-4 run right now. Bring the ball down court to Dale Shell. Look for A.J. Rogers cross court. Rogers inside. Good defense by Brad Austin. And the big guy, Dwayne Davis, comes up with the ball down court. Picked off by Jared McCune. McCune on a 2-on-1 break. Carlton Williams. Followed by Shell, basket by Dale Shell.
Well, that time Dale Shell able to follow up and get the basket after both teams looked like they're playing a little sandlot.
Exactly. Went up and back and forth.
The lead now 10. Cabrillo 40, Atascadero 40, Cabrillo 30. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. So Cabrillo going to have to do something, change the pace of this ball game and take Atascadero out of their rhythm.
Yeah, generally when you call a timeout, you want to come back with a basket. Cabrillo's done that. Let's see if they can't capitalize with a couple more on top of that.
Davis from 19, and he throws it down. He can play forward.
Yeah, ultimately, Dwayne Davis will probably end up playing a big guard or small forward. But
it's amazing. And he's 6'7". He's going to be too short to play center.
I know it. It's hard to believe.
Carlton Williams on the right side. He's working against number 31, Hawkins. Can't get it to fall. McCune gets a couple attempts. Can't get it. Williams back up, and Williams finally drenched by number 33, Dwayne Davis. Davis just simply hung over him and stopped him from getting off the floor.
Hammered him. There must be something about that rim. Watching it for the last 3 games that I've watched, there seems to be a lid on this side of the gym.
It could be a little low, it could be a little high, it could be a little loose, it could be a little tight. It's hard to know.
Whatever it is, the ball just doesn't seem to want to drop.
And a lot of people won't take that seriously, but it doesn't take much to keep the ball out of the hole. Carlton Williams at the line gets the first one. 42-31. Remember, Cabrillo trailed by but 4 at the halftime. They're down by 11 right now, so Atascadero is really taking control of the third quarter. Williams can't get the second. Shell hustles the rebound. Back up. Nice looking shot as Pike hustles the rebound, gets it back out, and Cabrillo now with an opportunity to set it up and get some points if they can take the deep breath it takes. Shell working against Davis from 3-point range. That's not Dale Shell's shot.
No, he needs to just relax and play his game.
The basket on the north end of this gymnasium refuses to be scored in. They have a foul called underneath.
Cabrillo must have had 6 opportunities right there. Couldn't get one to fall. Finally, with a continued hustle, Andy Pike gets fouled.
Fouls on number 23, Brad Austin. That sends Andy Pike to the line to shoot 2. We're in the third quarter, neither team in the bonus. Pike rolls the first one over the front rim, and the lead now is 10, 42-32. Off the front, Greenberry into the ballgame, gets the rebound, and throws it down. And that's a big point. Al Greenberry coming in and putting the spurs to him.
Yeah, Greenberry, a new substitution, came in right off the bench and contributes.
3:20 remaining in the third quarter. 42-34, an 8-point lead by Atascadero.
Atascadero has a few new members checking into the game. Number 44, Andrew Cherry, and also number 30 with the ball, Mitch Jensen.
McCune intercepts the skip pass intended for Brad Austin, and we go to Cabrillo's end of the court this time. Austin follows him down the side. McCune just takes it all away. Austin never wanted to get in front, and all he did was provide escort service.
Beautiful drive. Had Austin on his hip, kept him there, put up the shot off, kissed it off the glass, got 2 points.
The lead now 6. Atascadero 42, Cabrillo 36. We take a quick look at scoring for Cabrillo. Who have they been relying on here tonight to put the ball in the hole for him?
Well, Jared McCune has come through tonight. That's his 10th point tonight. Dale Shell's got 8 points. Andy Pike contributing with 7 points.
On the other side, Atascadero just absolutely stole the third quarter, and that was they were led by the big guy, were they not?
Big guy who had 12 at half, chipped in 6 right away. He's got a total of 18 so far. And most of the game, first half as well, Dwayne Davis has taken control.
Now we talk about him throwing in 6 points in the third quarter, and that might not seem extraordinary, except we've only played 5 minutes of this third quarter.
Yeah, and one of those was a 3-point shot. Generally don't see 6-7 center forwards out there taking 3-pointers, but...
And he did it with great ease.
Exactly. He looked like he would rather be out there shooting 3-pointers.
He does, actually. Look. He doesn't want to be a center anymore. His future is not going to be underneath the basket anyway. 42-36 is Atascadero. Inbounds the ball, and we're underway here with 2:40 remaining in the third quarter. Jansen on the left side. Cabrillo in a zone. Austin misses. McMurray's going to miss. Pike can't handle the rebound. It's down to Cherry. And Atascadero going to try it again. Kick. Intentionally kicked the ball. It'll go out of bounds to Atascadero Greyhounds. And watching this Greyhound offense right now, the big man inside, number 33, Dwayne Davis, is also their court leader. He's talking to the people. He's setting up the play here on the out of bounds. So this is a kid that's going to hold the Greyhounds together all season long.
Got a new substitution in right there.
No harm, no foul as Rogers. Boom! Al Greenberry. And we talked about Greenberry putting the spurs on. It was all the way. That time, Keyshawn Rogers made the difference. Probably should have been whistled for the foul when he crashed into Brad Austin, but he wasn't. This time, McMurray drives the court, and it's Greenberry taking the charge. McMurray doesn't like the call and is warned by the referee to shut up and play basketball, and that's basically what he told him.
I think it had something to the effect of watch your mouth. Coach of Atascadero getting him out of the way, getting out of the game, right away, bringing in Brad Austin, trying to cool off McMurray.
Quite frankly, I don't blame the young man. He just saw one of his own teammates just ripped, and there was no whistle. Then he drives the basket and gets the call against. That time underneath. Greenberry and Rogers both making an attempt at the basket. Rogers actually behind over his head. There's no call, and we have a foul called underneath. And that time, Dwayne Davis coming out really angry. And the call goes against Davis, his third personal. And he's angry. That's again, we have, for the second time in a row, a Atascadero ball player thinks he is robbed by the whistle.
Yeah, DeKeyshawn Rogers did look like a DB on that play. Got in a good hit, got away with it. Now Greenberry brought the house down with a slam dunk. McMurray went the other way, tried to get it back. It was a good call by the official. It was a charge.
42-39 as DeKeyshawn Rogers throws in the first free throw. He gets them both, and the lead now is 2. So Cabrillo now charging back in the last 3 minutes of the third quarter. 1:50 remaining. It's 42-40. Atascadero on top. Greenberry with the steal. Look out! He wanted the slam. Decided to go for a nice but a tough shot underneath the basket. And number 23, Brad Austin, was seeing his life flash before his eyes. And right then his life was Al Greenberry cramming one through just a few minutes ago. And it wasn't going to happen.
No, it was a good clean foul. Good clean foul. Greenberry looked like he's set to get another one, get the crowd riled.
And he misses the first of 2 free throws. 1:45 remaining in the third quarter. 42-40 the score. Greenberry probably trying to keep his heart from running right out of his chest. That was an exciting play for the young man. He gets the second one. 42-41.
Fans didn't like the call. They thought Austin got a little too physical. Greenberry sinks one of the 2.
Well, Austin did exactly what he had to do. It was a nice play.
That's his job. Don't let
Greenberry, another steal. Rogers leads a 3-on-2. Rogers to Greenberry. Greenberry takes it to the hole. We have a blocking foul called against number 44, Andrew Cherry. Cherry loses his poise. He's got nothing to complain about. He didn't have position. It was a hustle play, and I think that's more frustration than it is anger.
That's the third Atascadero player who's been disgusted with a call, and there's no reason to be. Those are all good calls.
Well, that time, as I say, I don't think the young man is really disgusted with anything other than himself. Just, he wanted to make the play so bad, and he couldn't do it. 42-41 as Greenberry, the left-hander, throws it down and ties the ball game at 42. 1:28 remaining on the clock in the third quarter.
Gene, you mentioned earlier Greenberry coming in and igniting the team a little bit. He's done exactly that.
They were down by 12. They are now tied. Good lead pass. I'm impressed. 23, Brad Austin got nothing but 3 fingers on that basketball and was still able to put something off the glass.
I didn't even think he had a shot at knocking the ball down, flagging it down, let alone get a shot off the glass. It almost dropped.
On the follow-up, we have a foul being called against Andrew Cherry, 44, from Atascadero. And now number 31, Ryan Hawkins, talking with the official, complaining about what the officials are calling, what they're not calling, and he's specifically pointing at Dale Shell. And I suspect what he's saying is, how come you're whistling us? And this big guy's bumping us all over the place. Dale Shell had some things to say. I'm sure it was something like, geez, I'm sorry, guys, but we'll try to do better next time.
Play ball.
Greenberry just getting rich at the free throw line here in the last couple of minutes of the third quarter. 43-42 as Cherry leaves the ball game, and he really needs to leave the ball game. The kid's lost his poise.
Yeah, I think we have a cooled off McMurray coming in for a hot Cherry.
By the time
McMurray bringing the ball down. Sorry about that one, Gene.
44-42 to score. Cabrillo finally regaining the lead. They trailed by as many as 12 here in the third quarter. 1 minute and 9 seconds on the clock. So the Atascadero Ball Club came out in the third quarter and just stole the game from Cabrillo. Has kind of lost their poise here in the last 2 minutes, and it's cost them. It's cost them by 14 points. They trail now by 2.
And you can see it on the faces of the conquistadors. They look after it. They're
starting to have fun again.
Exactly. Oh,
Shell with a great block. And now Atascadero having real trouble getting the ball in. And finally, Jansen, number 30, the 6'1" senior, throws the ball down. And Cabrillo now trying to catch the Atascadero Greyhounds loafing on defense. And they've managed to do that a couple of times in this quarter. That time, Rogers couldn't make the dish off in time to get some points out of it, but it'll still be Cabrillo's ball underneath their own basket.
Atascadero hasn't really impressed me with their quickness besides McMurray.
To Keyshawn Rogers, Dale Shell, far from the basket. He's being guarded now by Jansen, number 30.